Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1985 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Brewers today is Rich Rodas, whose record is 1-10 with a 5.75 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers is Jeff Robinson, whose record is 6-1 with a 2.28 ERA. Okay, we had a tough loss yesterday to the Brew Crew, 2-1, as Teddy Higuera pitched a 4-hitter against us. He actually pitched into extra innings, as there was some free baseball. A 2-1 score, I don't really have too much of a problem losing a game like that. We had Dave Rosemont on the mound making his first start in quite a while since we banished him to the bullpen, and he pitched as good as we could have hoped, giving up just 1 run in 6 innings. And the bullpen did their job. We ran thin toward the end, as we tend to do. We have 6 players in the bullpen, and really only 4 that we can count on to do their jobs properly. And we ran out of good players, and we ended up losing that game 2-1. So we're gonna turn the table. Excuse me. We're going to turn the table on the Brewers today with Jeff Robinson on the mound. He's our best pitcher, not named David Cohn anyway. And we're facing another left-hander, Rich Rodas, who's lost 10 games already. So this should be one where we can get things right. And then we go on the road to Toronto to play the Blue Jays, and then to Boston to face the Red Sox. Something interesting, after yesterday's game, I went through, just for the heck of it, and I looked at every team just to look at their roster and to check them out. And I wanted to point this out about the Indians, who are now 29-29. Look at this. They demoted Carl Pagel, arguably the best hitter on this team. He was batting .343 with 8 home runs and a .412 on-base percentage, playing every day at first base or DH, and that was so they could bring up Tony Chance, who was a 20-year-old minor leaguer who does not have nearly as good of a skill set, and yet he does have a higher rating. And so I guess that's what took place, a 78 over a 77, and they swapped him out. And that seems absurd to me, and I'm fairly certain in the settings, I have it set to statistics over ratings. So the game AI should be choosing to play the players who have the better stats and not the ones who are highly rated. So frustrating that happens in this game. I could understand if he wasn't playing well, but in fact he's pitching, he's hitting extremely well, and he should be in the lineup every day. So let's go ahead and get today's game started. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe to the channel. We got another subscriber yesterday. I'm closing in on 500. We're at 494. That's exciting for me, a little personal milestone. Jeff Robinson, as I mentioned, coming off a loss, his only loss of the year, gets a start. Everybody in the pen is available with the exception of Todd Fisher. I said 6 pitchers in the pen. There's actually 7. My bad. And Rich Rodas is a left-hander. We're mixing it up a little bit. Now, Willie Wilson is listed as tired today, but he's going to get the start because Gibby was also tired. And we're going to put our 4th outfielder, Kevin Bass, in good use in left field. Whitaker gets a day off. We know he can't hit lefties. He was an abomination yesterday. And we did give Marty Party a start at third base, which he did well defensively, but did not provide any offense at all. He'll be back on the bench today. Okay, let's take a look here at the Brewers lineup. Looks like Ike Hampton will get a spot start catching. Let's go and do the lineup rundown. Batting leadoff, playing second base is Randy Reddy. Batting second at third base is Lenny Harris. Batting third in right field is Dante BICHETTE. Batting cleanup, playing first base is McGWIRE. Batting fifth at shortstop is Ernie RILES. Batting sixth in left field is Javier ORTIZ. Batting seventh in center field is SKUBE. Batting eighth and DHing is Dick Davis. And batting ninth, catching today, is HAMPTON. Okay, J-Rob getting the start, his 12th of the season. You'll see here that he is 6-1 with a 2.28 ERA, 40 strikeouts in 71 innings pitched. Opponents are batting only 192 against him. Fastball topping out at 89 miles an hour, ground ball percentage right around 51%. He's got a splitter rated in 86 and a fastball rated in 81. Overall rated in 85. The 23-year-old right-hander is arbitration eligible at the end of the 87 season. And you'll see that he was stacking the W's, and then he had 3 no decisions, and then the loss. A horrific loss to the Yankees. He gave up 9 runs. 5 were earned in 5 innings, including walking 3, and also giving up 6 hits. So a terrible, terrible performance. Defense did not help him out, and we're looking to bounce back in today's game. Now, there's a good chance, and I think I said this in his last start, there's a good chance that he just might be done. I know that seems ridiculous to say considering his stats are so good, but when this kind of thing happens, when you have one huge outburst in the middle of nowhere, like what happened with the Yankees, you can pretty much guarantee that Jeff Robinson is not going to be that pitcher anymore with an ERA under 2. Here's our defense. We're looking good everywhere. Got Kevin Bass out there in left field today. And George Brett is back at his third base position. Everybody else is the same. Berryhill back behind the plate. Here we go. Randy Ready leading it off versus Jeff Robinson. And a base hit. It's just, I already know what's going to happen. Ready on first. Ready player 1. And Lenny Harris. Popping it up. Here's first pitch swinging. Popping the splitter up to second base. Whitaker making the catch. Here is Dante BICHETTE. Batting .240. He's got 10 home runs after hitting 19 last year. And Ready does steal on, that's his third stolen base, on Berryhill. I think we got suckered on Berryhill. I think that's going to turn out to be one of our worst trades. Seemed like a good idea, but I'm fairly certain that Berryhill is going to be a bummer. Ready will tag and go to third. Will this be a wild pitch or a pass ball? The stolen base and then the tag to go to third with 2 outs is a dumb decision every single time. Something's going to happen here. 2-2 count to McGWIRE, and he strikes out on the slow curve. So good job by Robinson getting out of the jam after the leadoff single. We go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at our lineup. Batting leadoff. Playing shortstop is LARKIN. Batting second at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting third and DH. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? Let's start over. Batting leadoff, playing shortstop is LARKIN. Batting second at second base is Doug Baker. Batting third and DHing is Terry Kennedy. Batting cleanup and catching is Damon Berryhill. Batting fifth at first base is Rusty Tillman. Batting sixth in right field is Jim EISENREICH. Batting seventh in left field is Kevin Bass. Batting eighth at third base is George Brett. And batting ninth is the center fielder, Willie Wilson. Okay, Rich Rodas struggling. 14th start. He's 1-10 with a 5.75 ERA, 67 strikeouts. In 87 and 2/3 innings, he doesn't walk very many, but he does give up a lot of hits. Opponents are batting .314 against him. He's got a couple of complete games. Fastball topping out at 93 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 46%. A fastball and a changeup, both rated an 81, overall rated an 83. The 25-year-old lefty is arbitration eligible at the end of next year. Look at his log. That is a lot of sad, sad losses in a row. He did just pitch against us back on May 25th. Got a no decision, giving up 4 runs in 7 innings. And then you mosey on down to May 5th. He gave up 6 runs in 5 innings, took a loss. Okay, here's the defense for the Brew Crew. We know they're terrible in the outfield. Infield is acceptable. And behind the plate, Ike Hampton. What is his defensive rating? It's a 67. Youch. And what does it all mean? Nothing. Here's Barry Larkin leading off. Yeah, this is going to be a get-right game for Rich Rodas as Larkin grounds out. Doug Baker flipping it to right. And TK, he is batting .275. Yeah, this is going to be bad. Top of the second. 1-0. It's going to be really bad. 6 home runs for Ernie Riles. Then Javier Ortiz gets hit like we can afford to do that. Bob SKUBE, fly ball to center. Ortiz. Oh, I thought he'd tag and go to second for sure. That's the way the game is designed. Dick Davis strikes out, and Ike Hampton, switch hitter who was out of baseball in 1979, still holding on. I kind of admire that. Why does he get to hold on? And Carl Pagel has to go to the minor leagues. I don't get it. We go to the bottom of the second. Tigers are down a run. And Damon Berryhill's up. Take a look at Berryhill. 2 for 13. Struck out 3 times. And grounded into a double play. And has yet to throw out a base runner. He was crushing it with his range and WAR. And he's got nothing. Oh, there we go. Ties the ball game. We just needed to see Rich Rodas. That is Berryhill's 14th home run. First in the American League. First with the Tigers. That's just what the doctor ordered. Is that an infield single? No, it's a routine ground out to short. 1 out. Here's Jim Eisenreich. He was off yesterday. Eisenreich, fly ball to right. 2 down, and Kevin, big hit Bass, will take a walk. Wow. That is not something he does very often. He's got 6 walks this year. Runner on first for George Brett. God, why is he so bad? It's unbelievable. We go to the top of the third, tied at 1 thanks to Berryhill's solo shot. Randy Reddy started the game off with a single. It's a ground ball to Tillman. 1 down. Lenny Harris pops it up to Whitaker. Oh, that's Doug Baker. Baker making the catch. And Dante Bichette. Base hit up the middle. Third hit by the Brewers. Mark McGWIRE batting .208 versus right-handers. 0-1. And he pops it up to first. Tillman makes the catch. Okay, bottom of the third. Here's Willie Wilson. There's a base hit into center field. And an error on SKUBE, allowing Wilson to go to second. I already had the hit and run going in my brain, but now we just let Barry Larkin swing away. Yeah, we cannot drive in runs. We have no ability to do that. That's what sucks. Oh, there goes a run for sure. Doug Baker down the right field line. Wilson scores, and Baker has himself a double. His 7th of the year. 2-1, Tigers taking the lead. TK struck out the first time up. First pitch swinging. Ground ball to second. Baker advances. He's on third for Berryhill. Let's see if Berryhill can drive in another run. He had a solo shot, full count. Ground ball doesn't quite get through. There's out number 3. Tigers jump ahead. 2-1, top of the 4th. Here's Ernie Riles. He went deep. 6 home runs for the shortstop. Catches him on that slow curveball. Popping it up to first. Tillman's been busy at first base. More so than normal. And then Ortiz strikes out, 3 Ks for Robinson. Okay, so Robinson's sort of looking like he's in a little bit of a groove. Yeah, there we go, 4 Ks. So far a good bounce back start for Robinson. Rusty Tillman, bottom of the 4th. Ground ball to second. And an error on Randy Reddy. I will take it. That's how desperate we are. Jimmy Eisenreich, runner on first. Hit and runs on. And a base hit to center field. Tillman will go to third. First and third. Nobody out. Hit and run. I think it was Freddie earlier today. I haven't responded about hitting and running last night in the 10th inning. I never hit and run with runners on first and second. I only hit and run with runners on first or first and third with nobody out. That's actual baseball strategy. The game will allow you to hit and run with runners on first and second. It's just not something you typically do, because if you have a missed third strike, then you have your leadoff man thrown out at third. So in baseball strategy, it's not like I never played baseball at this level, but like, you just don't do that in my mind. So that's my strategy. But first and third, or first with less than 2 outs, I always hit and run if I can. There's a base at the right field. Tillman will score. Big hit. Bass gets a single. Eisenreich goes to third. And now it's George Brett. Not even George Brett can screw this up, right? First and third, nobody out. Hit and run on. Third consecutive batter. 0-1 count. And he pops it up. Come on. Even a ground ball would have scored a run. And we'll hit and run again with Willie Wilson. They're only going to give us 1 run, aren't they? Oh, no, we'll get 1 more. Wilson will get an RBI as Bass advances. 4-1. And we are back to Barry Larkin, who's 0 for 2 today. Ground ball to second. Okay, we get a couple more runs. Shoot, I think one of those was unearned. We go to the top of the 5th, and Nick Diggs leading it off. Davis with a ground ball to short. 1 out. Ike Hampton. Of course, Hampton has to get a hit against the Tigers. Runner on first and a walk. No. Infield single. Okay, just as bad. And then a 3-run home run. Ground ball to third. No chance at a double play. Nope, it's even worse. It's an error, so they're going to get a bunch of runs. Just let it happen. This is where they get their runs, but unearned. So these are... Oh, and the first baseman, the guy at first base goes to second. So you know that run will score to tie it up right here. Great job, game. Great job. So we give up the 2 unearned runs thanks to the George Brett error. George Brett is unplayable now. And he's still, like, in real life, he was still good. Like, really good. Yeah, this is the bounce back inning for Rodas. All right, Tigers are holding on to a slim 4-3 lead. Those runs were unearned. He's given up the hits because he hasn't given up the walks. Here's Ernie RILES and another base hit. So this is where they'll tie it. Javier ORTIZ. Yep. I mean, they would definitely have to score runs because they've only given up one earned. So you know they're going to score at least one more, possibly two. Pull the infield in, but it doesn't matter. Yep, there's the fly ball. That'll tie the ball game. That was earned. And then Dick Davis in the left. And an error by Bass. Infield in for the backup catcher who's probably dead in real life by now. Ground ball to second. How does the run advance? It doesn't make sense. And do they get 2 runs here? No. So they tied it up. All right. I don't think they'll score any more runs. I think that's all they're going to get today. But I could be wrong. I think we're done scoring, though, for sure. And another error. My God, this is the worst game ever. Baseball Mogul sucks. Like, defensively, they are so much worse than us. Oh, we get the lead back. Tillman scores. Here's George Brett. Let's let him do a double play. Oh, an infield single. That's a cheap shot. That's how Brett gets his hits. Like, in ways that don't even factor into the game. Oh, there's a ground ball that gets past their third baseman. Bass scores. Now, see, that's something I would believe would happen. They have a terrible overall defense. Like, that, I think, is a realistic outcome, but I don't know. First and third, we will definitely hit and run now with a good hit and run kind of guy. Who's 0 for 3. He's due. Yeah. Okay, we're pouring it on here. I don't think there's ever enough. We'll do a suicide squeeze. We're going to mix it up a little bit. Got a speedy guy. We got a great bunter. We're up 3 runs. Let's see if we can catch him napping on a terrible defensive team. 0-1 count. Perfect bunt in front of home plate. Run scores, 8-4. Good job by Dougie Baker contributing. Now they're still going to score. I mean, they're going to be within 3 runs, right? They have to be. Oh, they better be within 4. That's it. We knocked them out of the game. We stuck around. They scored 9 against them. How many of those were earned? 6 were earned. Brian Clutterbuck off the IL, back into everyday duty in the bullpen. Could be a starter. It's got to be a better option than Rich Rodas. Here's Damon Berryhill. There we go. It is good to see Berryhill off the schneid. First and second, Rusty Tillman. Ground ball to third, stepping on the bag. And that'll do it. Tigers get 5 in the inning. It's 9-4. I would like Robinson to go one more and get to 100 pitches. I mean, he still technically could give up 2 more runs. We'll know with Lenny Harris here. Yep. So he'll score for sure. Dante BICHETTE. Yep. Mark McGWIRE. Play back for a double play. Impossible. There's one run. I mean, this is guaranteed. Like we already know this. Ernie Riles. That was at 100 pitches. There's the walk. Javier Ortiz. Yeah, and there's the other run. So, okay, so now we can take him out. For SKUBE, yeah, we'll bring in Danny Jackson. He's kind of the one lefty guy that we can trust. And we'll get another run in. And then we bring in Carl. Okay, so they got 3 back. I think that's probably about it. They're within 2 runs now. Yeah, Jim EISENREICH, big ups. Solo shot to right center field, 445 feet. That is his 9th total home run, 4th as a Tiger. He's got his average up to 250 for us. He's just been mediocre, but we'll take it. Kevin Bass is going to turn around, and he will walk. I mean, George Brett. 1 for 3. Hit and run. He pops it up every time it's a hit and run. I guess we just cannot hit and run with him anymore. There we go. That's what you're supposed to do. Willie Wilson's a champ. 1st and 3rd. 1 out. We're going to go on contact. Barry Larkin has not been coming through with the hit and run either. So we'll just let him swing away. Well, that'll get a run in for sure. So we're getting 2 of those runs back. Man, both these teams' pitching is terrible. And Doug Baker slices it into left. Oh, wait, is there a defensive replacement in the field? No, it's same defense. Okay. Top of the 8th. 4-run lead, so we'll let Carl Willis pitch another inning. They always give up a run if you let them start the next inning. Ike Hampton finally keeping him under control. 1 out. Randy Reddy. Infield single. Great job, game. Great programming. All brilliant. There's a fly ball to left. And Dante Bichette. This is scary. Ground ball to 3rd. Brett, error. Making the play. Bottom of the 8th. Tigers are up 11-7. You think that would be enough. We know it's not. We've already given up. We've already lost a game when we scored 11 runs. So we know that 11 might not be enough. Berryhill now 2 for 5. Tubman, only Tiger without a hit, strikes out. Great job. Okay, Willis did his gerb. All right, I guess it's Jeff Montgomery. We've used him quite a bit this year, too. Now, wait, is Montgomery... He's not on the Major League deal, right? No. So maybe when we get to the draft coming up, maybe we send him down for 2 weeks. He's on a Major League minimum deal. Striking out McGWIRE, that's always good. Ernie Riles has been one of the tougher Brewers this series. Striking out. Wow, look at this. Javier Ortiz. Ground ball to Baker. Oh, you son of a bitch! How is it that we have 3 errors and they have 3 errors? Montgomery coming out. We're bringing in Kami. 0-2. Infield single? Oh, come on! Now it's a save situation. Yeah, we could still lose this game. Error. No. Tigers win 11-7. That's a bunch of bullshit. Handshakes, butt slaps, sloppy steaks. Simulating maybe a trade offer. Maybe some trades among the other teams. It's weird that the Yankees gave up the Ozzie Smith deal, and yet they're right in it now. You know? Like, that might have been a bad decision. Although they have a lot of high-priced players, but their payroll, they can afford, you know? So, still thinking, there is a trade. It's from the Cubbies again. This one's a little more trim, with Jesus Alfaro and Jim Bestwick for Rusty. No. All right. Standings. Of course, we win, they win. Yankees are only 6.5 back. It is nice to see these other teams starting to trend in the wrong direction. Which is good. Chicago over Seattle by 2. National League. Chicago's a half game up on Philadelphia. And Los Angeles is still 2.5 up on Cincinnati. Take a look at the headline news. Brainiac baseball de la beat. McWilliams permits just 2 hits. All right. First place belongs to the Cubs. Oh, yeah, they got Tom Candiotti. I think he's a number 3 pitcher. Okay, transactions. What do we got going on here? We've got Tim Lawler, Pittsburgh pitcher, former Detroit Tiger. We traded him, tried to make him a left-handed reliever for us, and he did not do well. So we traded him to Pittsburgh. Who did we get for him? For a bag of balls. I don't know. It doesn't have it complete. And then Sid Monge of the Rangers is going to miss a while. Former Tiger. He was on the 84 Tigers World Series team. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. A victory nonetheless. I do believe Jeff Robinson got the win. He gave up and tied the ball game, and then EISENREICH hit that home run. Gave us right back the lead. We ended up scoring 5 that inning. He did. He's 7-1, and Dave Smith, there were struggles, but he got his 20th save. That's got to lead all of baseball, I would imagine. Rich Rodas is now 1-11. Player of the game. This is all very difficult. But we're going to go ahead and give it to Kevin Big Hit Bass. He was 2 for 2 with 2 walks. He never, ever walks even once. He's the only batter that walked twice. Scored 2 runs, knocked in 2 runs, and also made an error. God, look at these errors. Now, Brett we know sucks. Kevin Bass is not in his normal outfield position. Doug Baker not playing his regular position. Randy Reddy shouldn't be making 2 errors in a game. Not impossible, but... And Bob Scooby's terrible, so that makes sense. All right. That's it. We are coming back tomorrow and play a brand new series in Toronto versus the Blue Jays. Until then, everyone, have a great day.